Okay, so today we're doing the AMCA 2024 AMCA problem 22. Let's start. A roll of tape is 4 inches in diameter and is wrapped around a ring that is 2 inches in diameter. A cross-section of the tape is shown in the figure below. The tape is 0.015 inches thick. If the tape is completely unrolled, approximately how long would it be? Round your answer to the nearest 100 inches. So let's see. You want to take the tape. You want to find how many circles of tape there are, because the tape's going in a spiral, right? But you can just ignore the boundaries of the tape and just make it a bunch of circles of tape plastered over each other. I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but basically, it's the same amount of tape, so it still works. And we know that there's a symmetrical line here, which means this is 1 and this is 1, because this thing is exactly in the middle. They're concentric. And we can find the circumference of this, which is 2 pi. Since circumference, let me just write that as C is equal to D, which is diameter pi. And the diameter of this is 2 inches, which means that this is 2 pi. And then it's 4 pi. It's not that hard to find that out. And then you want to find the numbers of the circles, and that's 1, this number here, divided by 0.015. And then 0.015 is equal to 15 over 1,000, right? Let me see. Times 1, 2, 3, yeah. So it's equal to 15 over 1,000. And then you can divide by 5, you get 3 over 200. 1 over 3 over 200 is equal to 200 over 3 pieces of tape. And yeah, I know that sounds kind of weird since you can't have a decimal number of tape, but all comes out in the end, so don't worry. Since you see that it's always the diameter times pi, right? Well, you want to find 200 over 3 multiplied by the diameter multiplied by the average of all these circles. And the average is just the middle circle, the very middle one, which is at 3, since 2 and 4, 3, right? You might think that you can't just average it, but it actually works out because they're all exactly 0.015 spaced away, which means that this one is 0.015 plus, and this one's 0.015 minus. I don't know. So like if you have two next to each other, basically, their centers are not center. How do I say this? They're just 0.015 apart, even though they're touching. Anyways, so they're like this. Like this side to this side is 0.015. You get it? Basically, you can do the average because you just can find they're all equally spaced. I guess that's how I explain it. And since diameter doesn't have any squares or anything, average works. It's 200 over 3 times 3 pi, right? And then 200 over 3 times 3 is equal to 200 pi. And pi is equivalent to 3.1415, yada, yada, yada. I don't care about this. You can just assume that this is 3 because you want to round it to the nearest 100 inches. 200 times 3 is 600, and we see that's on the board. So the answer is B, 600. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.